Hello everybody, my name is Christopher and welcome back to another development showcase. Today is rather exciting. We will be looking at Inferno Collection's first paid resource ever, Inferno Collection Fire Alarms Reborn. If you're just looking for a quick video on the resource, I suggest you check out the previous video uploaded to this YouTube channel. It's a quick 60-second demonstration of the resource. This video will be a lot more in-depth and I'll be showing off all the features that are available to date. This resource is a complete recreation of the 2019 Inferno Collection Fire Alarms resource. It shares the same general theme as the original resource and obviously a name, but that's about where the similarities end. This new resource has been written from scratch and boasts so many more features that I'm really excited to show you today. To start off with, we'll just do a quick walkthrough of Mission Row Police Station with the alarm activated so you guys can get an idea of what it sounds like and see how we've set up this particular building.
There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the nearest exit or exit stairway. Do not use the elevators. There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the nearest exit or exit stairway. Do not use elevators. There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the nearest exit or exit stairway. Do not use the elevators. There has been a fire emergency reported in the building. While this is being verified, please leave the building by the...
So that's just a little taste of what an active fire alarm system might sound like in a building that's been configured with Fire Alarm Reborn. The resource comes with 48 pre-configured buildings all around Los Santos and Blaine County, and server owners or developers can use the Fire Alarm Reborn tool, which we'll demonstrate a little later in the video, to add as many systems as they like to as many buildings as they like. This includes maps purchased from Tebex, where you can't necessarily access the files. All the editing, all the creation of the alarm systems is done in-game, in-server. There's no need for any external programs. There's no need to edit any scrowd files or anything like that. So it's very easy to add more systems to your server. We'll take a deeper dive now into some of the finer details of Fire Alarm Reborn, starting off with the most exciting feature, in my opinion, of Fire Alarms Reborn, which is the actual fire detection, something that was missing in the last iteration of this resource. So to demonstrate that, I'm going to throw a Molotov in a police station. So here we have a Molotov. I don't have any fire scripts or anything running at the moment. Everything you're about to see is base game. No extra resources required. You can see there, the alarm system has activated. And there goes the sprinkler. You notice there that not only did it put out the fire, it's actually made my ped wet. Fire Alarms Reborn will detect all kind of base game incendiaries, so Molotovs, explosives, all of that sort of stuff will activate the detectors, the smoke detectors, as well as the sprinklers. However, we understand that people don't just use base game things, they like to have custom fire scripts and all of that too. We have a wide variety of compatibility straight out of the box. To name a few ones, we have Albo's fire script, GRC's fire script, Toxic's fire script, Z's fire scripts, London Studios, all of those that I just mentioned and more are all supported with no configuration required. It just works. So starting a fire with any of those scripts will trigger the detector and the sprinkler, and with some of those scripts, the ones that support just a smoke component and not only a fire component, those will activate just the smoke detectors and not the sprinklers. And of course, both the detectors and the sprinklers going off will activate the entire fire alarm system. In addition to the sprinkler, which you can hear going off in the background there, we also have the sprinkler valve. You'll notice as I approach the exterior of the building here, amongst all the other sounds that are going on, there's a separate bell sound effect. This bell is the sprinkler bell. Separate from the fire alarm's warning sound, the speaking voice and the alarm, the audible tone, we also have this sprinkler bell. So the sprinkler bell only goes off when there's actually water flowing through the sprinkler system, i.e. the sprinkler has actually burst and water is flowing. So if you rock up to a fire scene in your roleplay server and you hear this bell going off, there's a good chance that somewhere in the building there's been a fire and the sprinkler has activated. In order to stop this bell, as well as to stop flow of water from water mains to the sprinkler heads, we have to come over and actually turn off the valve, or turn it to the closed position. And you'll notice there, the water has stopped flowing. If we go back inside, you'll note that this sprinkler head that activated and was previously showing water is no longer showing water. And if you look really closely, you can see that the little red bulb that normally sits there is missing, indicating it was active, but is no longer. Now, if we were to go back outside and turn that valve back to the open position, because this sprinkler head has been burst and it's missing that little red dye, water will actually start flowing again. We'll take a quick look now at what you can do in the control panel when there isn't an active alarm. From this main screen, we need to go through the passcode screen before we can access the menu. A passcode is only required to access the main menu when there is not an alarm. So when the alarm system is active, no passcode is required. Passcodes can be set per control panel by the server developer or owner, or they can be left blanked so that they are randomly generated each server restart for each control panel. In this case, I just have mine set to 1, 2, 3, 4. From this main menu, we have a few options: WalkTest, Test, Disable System, Announce Test, Announce All Clear. WalkTest we'll come back to in a minute. Test just runs a simple test for the entire system. We'll demonstrate that now. Next up, we have Disable System, which does exactly what it sounds like. After that, we have Announce Test, which will play an announcement over the entire building's speaker system.
Your attention, please. The fire alarm system will shortly be tested. signals and instructions until further notice.
And finally, we have the announce all clear.
Your attention, please. The building emergency has ended. Please resume normal activities.
The walk test feature allows us to test individual components of the alarm system, such as the pull stations, the smoke detectors, etc. And here the audible ID being read. So we'll demonstrate that now. You see walk test mode is active, the indicator light confirms that. So if we now go up to a pull station, instead of the alarm activating,
Pull station 1-0.
It's a little bit quiet there, but it's pull station 1-0, meaning this is pull station number 10. If we go down and around the corner and activate this pull station, pull station number 9, so on and so forth. To exit walk test mode, we just need to press menu. And to log out of the system, menu again. I'll demonstrate now how to completely reset the alarm system. So first off, we need to activate the alarm system. So you can see all our strobes and horns are going off. If we take a close look at our control panel, you see the little red LED is flashing red for fire. So when we open up the panel here, we can see there's a lot of flashing lights and what have you. So I'll just explain what's what quickly. Starting in the top left, we have the fire in all caps and 2 red flashing lights. These 2 lights will continue to flash for as long as there are unacknowledged alarms, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. Below that, we have the power on, which is obviously always green, and then we have alarm and buzzer. So this alarm is the actual audible alarm going off, so we can silence that with this silence alarm button down here. As you can hear, the alarm has stopped and the light remains red because there is still a fire condition. Next is buzzer. That's that annoying hum you can hear. We'll turn that off too. There we go. If for whatever reason you silence the alarm but then want to reactivate it later, it's as simple as hitting the sound alarm button. Now, to deal with these 2 flashing lights, we need to first press the fires button, which will cycle through our active alarms. Or you can just follow the instructions. Press fires to review. So we can see here we have a pull station activation. It's pull station number 10. It's in the hallway near the offices, which is a message I wrote, but in the systems you create, you can write whatever messages you like. And you can see it's alarm 1 of 1. So to acknowledge this alarm, we need to hit the center dial button. You'll notice now we have acknowledged in orange. You can see now the 2 red lights have stopped flashing because all 1 of 1 alarms have been acknowledged, and we could actually reset the system. However, I'm going to demonstrate another feature of FAR, which is that when we have a system where the audible tones have been silenced, if another pull station or another detector or sprinkler or what have you is activated, like so, the alarm will actually reactivate just like it would in real life. Back with our original example, we have just the 1 alarm that's been acknowledged, everything's been silenced and otherwise settled, but if we go to reset this system, it's going to fail again, but it's going to fail for a different reason. It said alarms present. So what this means is that the pull station that was activated is still pulled. So when we go to reset the alarm, it can't because this pull station is still transmitting an alarm state. So to fix that, you need to walk up to it, reset the pull station. Now that we've done that, if we return to our control panel, we can successfully reset the system. You'll see there all the lights go away, all the flashing stops. If for whatever reason we are unable to reset that pull station to an unpulled state, for example in roleplay someone said that they've damaged the pull station and it cannot be reset, that's okay. We have a tool in the control panel to fix that for us. It's called the isolate button. So we see now we have isolated the pull station. So if we look behind us, the pull station is still pulled, but if we reset this control panel, or rather if we reset this alarm system, you'll see it actually successfully resets. However, the buzzer will activate and it will inform us there are isolations. So there's no alarms, but there is one isolated component. And if we press fires to review, we can see it is the pull station hallway isolated. That is because it is still in an alarm condition. Before we end the video, I'll quickly show off the Fire Alarm tool, which is the tool that allows server owners and developers to create alarm systems straight from their servers in-game. To access the tool, we just need to open our text chat and type /firealarm_tool. You can see there it's sent us a big long message. If we scroll to the top, you can say it's located 10 drafts and we can create a new draft or edit an existing draft. So when you make changes, when you create a new system or edit an existing one, it's saved directly to the server. So this allows server owners to delegate the creation of alarm systems to trusted individuals, and when they're finished, those changes are saved directly to the server files. No need to worry about having to send code around or distribute files. It's all right there, easy to access. You can see from the list I have a few drafts going, but in this case we'll create a new draft. And we are now in the Fire Alarm tool. So it says at the very top of the screen, enter first person. So we'll do that. We're now too far from any surfaces. So if I look at something a bit closer, you can see I can place a control panel. I can change what prop I would like to place. Some props cannot be placed on the surfaces that aren't the correct orientation. For example, this is a detector. It needs to go on the roof, not on a wall. We need to quickly create a new system with the tilde key. There we go. And now we can start placing our props. Placing props is easy. Just look at the bottom of your screen to see what you currently have selected. To start off with, I would like a control panel. And I'm going to place that in here. Looking around, it is very easy to place props. When I find the spot I want it, I just press left click. Need to give it a name. In this case, I'll call it Near Armory. You can see there the alarm system and the name. Next up, I'll place a pull station. And I'll put that right next to it. After that, I might want a smoke detector. And maybe a sprinkler for good measure. Better put a strobe. And a sounder. The sprinkler valve we'll set aside for now. And in fact, the sprinkler valve is optional. Systems don't require it. The last item is not actually a prop, but allows you to hide other props. This is useful in circumstances where, for example, we have a base game fire alarm. We don't really want that there. It kind of interferes with the vibe. So we'll left click to hide it, and instead, maybe we'll place our own. I'm not quite happy where I placed that actually, so I'm going to left click and move it there instead. If I want to remove something entirely, I just need to right click. Once I'm done, I just need to, again, open the text chat, type the command, and give the file a name. And there you have it. The draft has been saved directly to my server files. And there you have it, folks. That is Inferno Collection's Fire Alarm Reborn, available for download now from our Tebex store. Thank you very much for waiting. I know this resource has been several years in development. I'd like to quickly take a moment to thank the people who purchased the resource during its early access. They were very helpful in squashing some annoying little bugs. If you have any questions about the resource before you purchase, please do let us know in our Discord. You can find the link to that below. Be sure to also check out our documentation website, which covers exactly what you can do with Fire Alarm Reborn, as well as some of the neat events and exports that are available for developers who'd like to take their Fire Alarm Reborn experience to another level. Other than that, my name is Christopher, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.